Hello ladies and gents, how's it going today? Your buddy Sarge here. Man, am I looking forward to this one. Before this video begins, I want to give a thank you to SoundSmith and TheSourceCode. The former for the beautiful music, and the latter not only for the thumbnail, but all the amazing loadout animations you'll be seeing in this video. So, over the past few weeks, I've been in contact with multiple members of the Blapature team, asking them to sign my various engineered weapons and cosmetics, all of which were extremely friendly and happily complied. Now, I'm not telling you to go crazy and start adding them, this is just integral to the video, hence why the video is called The Ultimate Blapature Loadout. So this all began last year when Blapature 2017 happened. I usually enter a lot of giveaways, and Blapature's giveaway last year, should you have donated $20 or more, was 2 unusual engineer hats, both of which were signed by Uncle Dane. I figured the event itself was absolutely something that deserved at least $20 for myself, and maybe I'd try my luck on a signed Uncle Dane hat. I've never won one of these, and I didn't expect to start with this event, so when I got the trade offer from Spiky Mikey for the Western wear, whew, I was exhilarated. At that moment, I had vowed never to sell it. Fast forward a few months and I made that video regarding my opinions on pet cosmetics. By sheer luck, PyroJoe picked up on the video and gave me a little shout out in his video. From that moment on, we became really good friends, and I wanted something signed by him. So I got him to sign my Insolent invention. Recalling Joe was on the Blapature team, that's when the idea struck me, and now we're here. After several weeks, I've finished collecting 4 cosmetics and 9 strange weapons, all signed by someone who had some contribution to the Blapature Co. Summer Jam. Just a quick note, all the cosmetics are the same throughout the 3 loadouts you'll see, the first cosmetic being the Western wear. While Dane isn't a part of the Blapature team, the hat signed by him was the basis for this video, and I'm also a fan of his. I'll be talking about the YouTubers who signed each cosmetic as this video progresses, so bear with me the next few minutes. Taking up the second cosmetic slot is the Insolent Inventor signed by PyroJoe. Joe's a friendly guy who pumps out TF2 content very frequently, and it was the sign of this cosmetic that prompted this video idea. Joe has also shouted me out several times on his channel, and I wouldn't be as far as I am right now if it wasn't for him. Thanks, Joe. Taking up the third and final cosmetic slot is the Slider Sidekick signed by Jimmy. If any of you recall, this is the same Slider Sidekick I traded up for in one of my prior videos. I had promptly named it after my dog, and since a dog is a man's best friend, and Jimmy's one of my closest friends, I figured it'd be best if he signed this item. Jimmy's an old TF2 YouTuber who I once made a video about, admiring his drive of pushing out content and entertaining his viewers as much as possible. He has more recently went over to streaming, but is always a barrel of laughs to watch. Thanks, Jimmy. This next item isn't a cosmetic, but can be seen as one, and that is the Fireproof Secret Diary signed by Peter Scraps. I give a general idea of what Peter Scraps uploads, but it's hard because his variety is colossal. For safety reasons, let's just say he uploads TF2 videos regarding events in TF2 and just general TF2 gameplays, both live and post, and commentaries as well. And his voice is sexy, so there's that. I met Peter when requesting to get an item signed. Initially I'd want him to sign my wrench, but I later learned something about that wrench, which I'll bring up later in the video. But thank you, Peter, for signing, regardless. Now that we're done with cosmetics, let's move on to the weapons. This weapon scheme has more of a techie feel to it, and the first item is the Widowmaker, signed by Woolen Sleeplet. Woolen uploads a variety of games, from things that are simplistic such as Pokemon to things that are far more intense such as Dark Souls. In regards to TF2, he is a competitive player that talks about various changes and updates to weapons and classes, and also uploads footage of his competitive games. Thanks, Woolen, for signing my Tekalo gun right here. The second weapon is one of my personal favorites because I love its niche of shooting lasers, and that is the Capper signed by Tobias. I met Tobias a year or so ago when r/random acts of TF2 was doing a Secret Santa event. I was fortunate enough to be paired with Tobias, and we became friends from there. We talked SFM and whatnot, and that's also a good way to describe Tobias, the SFM dude. He's a friendly guy, and I let him pick out the Pro Killstreak Sheen and Killstreaker effect for his laser shooting pistol. Thanks for signing this, my man. Third weapon is the mechanical arm itself, the Gunslinger, signed by Spiky Mikey. You may question why the Gunslinger and the Widowmaker are in the same loadout, and to answer that, I'll just say I don't build minis. I just use it for the HP and the guaranteed punch on punch number 3. Now for Mikey, the guy who originally gave me the hat. He's an extremely friendly and likable guy. Mikey is one of the rare few people that do videos on trading and gameplays, so it's like the best of both worlds, if you will. He also does multiple other games, so you're really not missing out on anything if you check him out. Thanks for signing this Starborn, Mike. And the fourth and final weapon for this loadout is also the fourth and final weapon for all the loadouts, so you'll only be hearing this once. It is the construction PDA signed by Rapid. Let's get this thing done, cause as much as I love this song, I've looped it twice now, and I'd like to move on to Sound's next song. I met Rapid 2 years ago in a Snakewater pub. As some of you may know, right now my current rocket launcher is a Sapphire rocket launcher, but around the time I owned a Shell Shocker rocket launcher, and Rapid, who was collecting rocket launchers, found interest in mine and added me to discuss. I don't remember if I ever sold him the rocket launcher, but I know we talked a decent amount about soldier stuff, since he was a soldier man as well. More about Rapid. While it seems he doesn't upload anymore, he still contributes to the TF2 community, and I always come back to his videos for a good laugh. At the time, Rapid had multiple series going on discussing things like workshop submissions, memes, and gameplay as well, with his more recent videos revolving around comp matchmaking. He's a very kind and fun guy, and I look forward to a point in the future where he hopefully makes a return. Thanks for signing the PDA, my man. Now let's hop loadouts. Kicking off this loadout, which is 100% stock, is everyone's most reliable primary/secondary, a shotgun signed by Timo the Scientist. Now this is only a guess, but it could be a coincidence. Since he's a pyro main, and the shotgun slot is the only primary him and the engineer share, he picked this weapon to sign. When I was getting the signings done, I let most of the team decide what they wanted to sign, except for Jimmy and Peter Scraps, and that's either because they got my message later, or I wanted them to sign a special item. As you can see by the date of the signing, noting that I finished on the 20th of June, Timo was pretty early. When talking about the pyro, Timo's the man to go to. His channel is very pyro-centric as he talks about changes to pyro, what needs to be changed about pyro, pyro's weapons, and pyro's roles, both alone and with teammates. Like the rest of the team, Timo is a very nice fella, and I'm glad to have met him. Thanks for signing my shawty, pal. Coming in next is Engineer's stock secondary. You know, I realized, NG has a lot of weapons that other classes have, like it gets all the hand-me-downs or something. Anyways, this is the pistol signed by Chloe Mew. Like Timo, I'm now realizing Jimmy and a few YouTubers in the final loadout, Chloe signed her item fairly close to when I started this hunt. Like the rest, Chloe was also very generous about signing the pistol, and she got it done in no time at all. Like Tobias, Chloe is also very artistic. Her channel consists of SFMs, drawings, and animations. She's very good at it as well, and had it not been for SourceCode, I probably would have tried to get her to help me out with the animations in this video. She's really good at it. Thanks for signing the pew pew gun, Chloe. The last piece of this loadout is a very special one, and I'll be referring to something I talked about earlier in the video. This melee holds a special place in my heart, and is also present in the final loadout, so you won't be hearing of it again. Here's the Torque to Hell wrench, signed by Dakota. Dakota had the last item to sign, and was also the last person I asked regarding the signing. To my surprise, the western wear once belonged to him is actually the hat you see in his profile picture. He had told me that the Blapature team had helped him out a lot, so he decided to give away his most prized possession to the Blapature event. I did offer to give it back, but he politely refused and was just glad to see it again and in good hands. Hearing this, I had asked Peter Scraps if Dakota could sign the heart of the loadout, that being the wrench. Peter immediately complied, and now the heart of the loadout, as well as the soul of this video, were once held by Dakota, and now they're in my hands, and I couldn't be more grateful. Now, moving on to Dakota's channel, like me, he uploads gameplays in casual, and does a few training and unboxing videos on the side. I've come to go close to this fine lad, and you may or may not see me on his channel in the future, assuming things go according to plan. Thank you for signing this lovely wrench, Dakota. I will forever cherish it, along with the rest of the loadout. Speaking of loadouts, let's move on to the last one. The last primary we're going to be discussing in this video is for my NG loadout that I use the most frequently. The primary itself being an Alien Tech Rescue Ranger signed by Cerny. I met Cerny the same day I met a lot of the other Blapature team, and he was very humble regarding the signing. I had watched a lot of his content, especially the multiplied by videos. I was a little nervous to talk to him, but he's a very friendly and sociable guy. He signed the Rescue Ranger in no time at all, and it was the signing that made me decide to have 3 loadouts. Regarding Cerny's channel, other than the aforementioned multiplied by videos, Cerny uploads some of the most wackiest content you'll ever see. He customizes and plays with TF2 in the wackiest ways possible, and I strongly suggest you check him out if you haven't already, which I'd be surprised if you found me before you found him. Thanks for signing my RR, Cerny. The final weapon and the last signed weapon in this video is everyone's favorite shield generating, sniper sentry making tool, a strange festive Wrangler signed by Runix. Runix was one of the first people I met in the whole signing ordeal, and he picked up the Wrangler himself. Aside from the signing itself, he had helped me in a very swift manner regarding any questions I have about the Blapature event, and was resourceful in that sense. He's also a very friendly and helpful guy if I didn't make that clear enough. While he doesn't tend to upload anymore, his content is still of very high quality, and he definitely highlights his spy potential very well. His videos are very spy centric, with his channel full of spy fry compilations. He also uploaded a few other games on the side, but man is he a dedicated spy man. Thanks for signing my NG sniper, Runix. And that's going to be it for this video. Every single piece of content, as well as every content creator I mentioned in this video's links will be in the description. But that's gonna be it. I thank you guys so much for watching. Take care. As always, have a nice day. Engineer, sign us out.
Nom.